when you leave this campus, what brand would you have built? It should communicate reliability. Your personal brand should communicate reliability. This one is reliable. We can depend on him or her. We can trust him. Discipline, personal brand. Professionalism, personal brand. Excellence, integrity, personal brand. Even on social media. Check it. Number 4. I'm talking about the things that you must build before you graduate. Experience. Experience. You know when you go for interviews and they're asking for 1-year experience and 2-year experience and all of that, it's not always about where you have worked. Because some people say, oh, well, I'm just out of university, I've not worked. But you can build experience on campus. You can build experience because it's a particular thing they're expecting you to come and do for them. You may have done it before, or you can do it here on campus. So get your hands dirty on campus. Intentionally gain exposure. Internships. People do internships. People too want to hang around. Yeah, I've been studying, I'm tired. This vacation, I want to relax. Okay? You can relax. You can also get your hands dirty. Internships. Volunteering. Campus leadership. It's all part of experience building. Campus is not just for learning, it's not just for relaxation, it's not just for friendship. It's another, how many years are we here? 4 years? 4 years. It's 4 years that you can build experience. It's 4 years you can build leadership experience. 4 years you can build public speaking experience. 4 years that you cannot waste. If you've done 2 years already and you haven't done anything with it, you have 2 more years to make something out of it. If you've done 1 year already, you have 3 years to work. If you've done 3 years already, sorry, you have 1 year. But definitely come out with some experience and force it. Don't just walk through. When you go for an interview after this and they're asking for experience, you have had some experience. You have had experience in this, you have had experience in that, you have had experience in this. You have been, the same people that you are dealing with on campus are the same human beings you'll be dealing out of campus. So if you led them or you worked with them, it's experience that can be transferable. So campus leadership, freelancing, side projects, micro business. My son is in university in Canada. One thing that he has never missed out is volunteering. I mean, once they come on campus, there's a program like this, he'll volunteer right now to come and serve. He'll volunteer, and that's where he met a lot of employers that now he's depending on. Met politicians that he depends on. It's like that. If you don't step out to volunteer some of these things, you don't build any experience, you don't build any capacity, you don't build anything, and you come out of school and you have nothing, just a certificate. The world does not reward certificates, I told you. So build some experience, build capacity. You have 4 years in a shielded environment where you make mistakes, and don't shy away from mistakes. If I should tell you, now we have done great business by the grace of God, and it has worked. But if I should tell you the list of businesses that didn't work, you'll be amazed that how stupid were you that you couldn't get this thing to work. But in spite of how stupid we were, we bounced back and did something else, and that worked. So don't be afraid to shy away from mistakes. Make it. Make mistakes. Make mistakes. Make a lot of. You must actually be proud of the mistakes you have made. Don't sit down and ever cry about your mistakes unless you didn't learn any lessons from it. Make the mistakes that you can make. This is where you can make all the mistakes. This is the place you can make all the mistakes. Not on the world stage. There are certain places that if you make certain mistakes, you can never recover. But over here, please. The person sitting next to you has more problems than you think. They've just managed to package it very well. Don't be fooled by their nice face or whatever. Do some side projects, micro businesses. Do stuff. Experience builds confidence. Experience builds networks. Experience builds competence. Number 5, mindset. Mindset. 5 things you must build before you graduate. Mindset. Your mindset is the biggest determinant of success or failure. Your mind, the way you think. So we left this country, went to live in the United Kingdom for a few years, saw that this is not a place for us. So, rushed back to Ghana. Came to Ghana here with my suitcase. I sent money for someone to buy land. By the time I came back, the person had squandered the money. There was no land. So I came back and went to live with my mother-in-law for a couple of weeks. But someone had promised me a job to come and sell home appliances. So I took that job. It came with a car, half of this car over there. Very minute sized car. And an apartment, which was my blessing. So I didn't have to be a useless son-in-law. Within 2 weeks, I was out of my mother-in-law's house to my own place. Then my wife joined from the UK as well. I came with 10 fingers. She came with 400 pounds because I left her to sell a few of the things that were left behind. So they sell the TV, sell that, and then bring some money and let's see what we can do. So we started life in Ghana like that. The only thing that I had working for me was not certificate, not financial background, because I didn't have that. All I had was my mindset that I can make it. That is possible. I mean, when I was leaving the UK, 2 people told me that you will be frustrated in 2 weeks, you'll come back. And because of that, I determined in my heart that it will never happen. No matter what it takes, I have to break through. And that was the mindset. So I will sell air conditioners, I will sell fridges, I will sell AC, I will sell fans, I will sell anything to survive and to make sure it works. And if I didn't have to sleep, I had to walk, whatever it takes to break through, that was me. So if you call me that, oh, your company needs phones, I'll be on the road, I'm looking for phones. Do deals with phones. I have sold anything you can think of. Because I needed to survive. And it was all this head, mindset. If your mindset tells you that it's not possible, there's nothing you can do that will work. So that is one of the things that you must develop, your mindset. Your mindset is your builder or destroyer. It's what will build you or destroy you. It's what you have believed and planted in your subconscious, which programs your outcome in life. Your mindset is your programmer. So if you have to listen to tapes, you have to listen to podcasts, you have to read books, whatever it will take to build your mindset to a success mindset, That's what you are supposed to do. Because if your mindset fails you, that's it. You are gone. But if you have that mindset that you make it, no matter what happens to you, no matter what anybody says, you don't care. I have heard too many negative comments, too much negativity. But it's like, I can't hear this. I go make am. I for make am. It must happen. It must happen. It must work. So there was nothing like, oh, this one can't work. This one, no, I don't understand that. It's never been part of my that it won't work. Why wouldn't it work? And especially when I see that someone has been able to do it before. They have 2 legs. I have 2. They have 2 hands. I have 2. They have 1 head. I have 1. Please. Ebefa. It must work. And that's the way, that's the kind of mindset you must build before you step out of this place. That this can work. This will work. I'm stepping out of this place and I'm going to make an impact. I'm going to change the world. I'm going to write my name in the world. I'm writing my name. Somebody must Google me and find me. Somebody must come out there and ask of me and know me. My name must come. My name must show. That's the mindset. Develop that mindset. Build it here. Build it here. So that when you step out, because when you step out there, the world will slap you. And the mindset was that it must pick. Ebe fa. And by the grace of God and hard work, we are still fine. But bottom line is that the mindset must be strong. We have, you shout at them right now, they are crying. How do you come to work and you are shouted at and you are crying? So there are certain shifts that you must have in your mindset. Shifts from school will prepare me to I must prepare myself. That's a mindset shift you must have. School will not prepare you. You must prepare yourself. Shift from I need a job to I need to be valuable. Shift from I hope someone hires me to I am building something the world needs. I went to one office in the early days of business. I went to this place and then the first thing the receptionist asked is, do you have an appointment? I said, I don't. Said, then you can't see your boss. I can't see that. I said, tell your boss that there's somebody here who he needs. I didn't even know whether he needed me. He said, are you sure? I said, tell him that somebody has come with a solution that he will need. He needs me. If I leave here, he may fire you. He needs me. So the lady also goes in to tell her boss. The boss immediately calls me in. He says, I hear you said you have something. I said, yes. By the time we finished, he knew that he needed me. And we signed a contract. He needs me. He didn't, at the time, he didn't know that he needed me till I finished talking. Then he knew that, I'll need this one. There was a day I went with David at the back there to a meeting. Then, when we went for this meeting, at the time, I hadn't read much of HR or anything. But we're doing HR. So I met this HR guru woman. We sat down. Then we started our conversation. It got to a point, the woman had too many technical terminologies that she wanted to bully me with. So me too, I entered a different atmosphere and began to also give her my terminologies that I knew she didn't understand. By the time I finished, she said, okay, then come next week and let's So just when we stepped out of the office, then David said, Chief, that sentence there, he said, what does it mean? I said, let's go. What are you talking about? Me, I didn't understand the thing we are talking. You say, what what does it mean? I don't understand it. But the confidence with which we spoke, the woman signed the business. It's mindset. Mindset. You stand there, you are talking, and they are thinking that the guy is talking a lot of sense. Because his mindset is that he's talking sense. If you don't get anything from me today, build this one. It will help you. Your mindset. The world rewards people who take responsibility for their own growth. Mindset is very important. Part 4. Let's be rounding off. 5 realities you must accept before you enter the world. Reality number 1. Nobody owes you a job. This thing that we heard, the government is not creating jobs for us, and there are no jobs there. Nobody owes you any job. Nobody owes you a job. Nobody. Nobody owes you a job. Why am I saying this? Because companies don't hire because you need money or you need a job. They hire because you add value. So, really, they don't owe you a job, and nobody does. They only employ you if you are carrying value for them. Nobody employs because they love you or they like you. Reality number 2. You may start small, but you don't stay small. It's also very real. So, don't shy away from small beginnings. If you get an opportunity, no matter how small, start. It's a business idea, no matter how small, start. A job, no matter how small, start. Some experience, no matter how small, start. You may start small, but you don't stay small. Greatness is a process. Greatness is a process. Number 3, reality number 3. The world is not fair, but it's full of opportunities. Life is not fair. It's not fair. So those of you who like fairness, this is not the world you should have been born in. Life is not fair at all. You will finish school with somebody who didn't do so well as you did. I finished. Life is not fair. Trying to build my small business to make sure it grows. Then I see some of my mates who were then working in the banks and places like that, driving towards the traffic light at Circle. And we are all, about 30 of us, standing by the traffic light waiting for green or red for them so that we pass. Then when it turns green for them and they are passing, I just turn my head like that. Because some of the people I'm looking at, these were people that were helping on campus. So these were people who were helping in school. They didn't understand a lot of things. They didn't know so much. But life is not fair. This is me standing by the traffic light, and they are passing in their car. Life is not fair. But life has opportunities. So I didn't concentrate on the unfairness of life. I looked out for the opportunities. So look for opportunities. Don't think about the fact that life is not fair. Yes, we understand it's not fair, and it will never be fair because you are who you are. It will never be fair. It's not going to change anytime soon. But opportunities will come all the time. So find it. Find it. Many, many, many opportunities as you're on campus. For people, I didn't come here to talk about business opportunities, but there are opportunities that you must find. So you create your own advantage. Reality number 4. The most important thing you can build is yourself. The most important thing you can build is yourself. Yourself. Invest in yourself, build yourself, develop yourself. So don't just be happy with the certificate you are earning. Develop and build yourself. Number 5, reality. The world doesn't pay for certificates, it pays for results. Let me give you my final part. What to do with your time in the university. Number 1, use the campus as a laboratory. Experiment with ideas. Join clubs. Learn how to propose to women. Experiment with ideas. Learn how to say yes or no to men. No, for some people, if they don't do this and they get out of here, that's it for them. I mean, if in the midst of all this you couldn't access, what does your future look like in that area? So use the campus as a lab. Experiment with ideas. Try, start things, work things out. Partnerships. Let your heart be broken. Let disappointment come. Learn all of those things. But it doesn't mean you stop. You start a business with someone. They mess you up. You have learned something. What you didn't do right. There could have been some mistake. You build your portfolio. If you are a designer, create designs. You have the time now. If you're a software student, build apps. If you're a marketer, grow pages. And all of these things, document it. Because when you step out and you have to get a job or you have to get a contract, that is your experience. That's your experience. So you're a designer, have a portfolio of designs that you have created. So that when you come for the interview and you say, I'm a designer, show us what you have done. Oh, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. I launched this, I used it for this. This was the result of that. Software student, build apps. Marketer, grow pages. Business student, sell something. Build something. You're a writer, publish thoughts. Because your portfolio will be more important than your GPA. We are not saying that don't go for great GPAs. Number 3, build habits that will make you unstoppable. Build habits that will make you unstoppable. Read at least 2 books per month. Habits that will make you unstoppable. Every 6 months, try to learn a new skill. Speaking, digital, content creation, writing, new skills, leadership, team building, project management, new skills. Every 6 months, learn something new. Number 3, the habits that you must build. Attend capacity building conferences. Stay around ambitious people. Don't be too comfortable hanging around losers. Hey, this guy, he always wants to win. Yes. ambitious. See, this guy is very chill. You know, the life, you don't bother too much about life, and that's the one you want. It's just a matter of time. You'll see your choices. And then be teachable. As I close, let me tell you another story of one guy called Emmanuel, my namesake. He's a janitor who became a manager. He worked as a cleaner in a big company. He had no degree, no certificate, just a young man trying to survive. But Emmanuel did something most people ignore. He approached every day with excellence. He approached every day with excellence. He cleaned with pride, greeted people with respect, arrived earlier than everyone, learned how the office worked, fixed things voluntarily, took initiative. One day the HR manager observed him and said, "You don't work like a cleaner." This is what he said, what the HR manager said. "You work like someone preparing for something bigger." Can we get to the point where we work like people preparing for something bigger? So as you are doing your courses, can you do it like people preparing for something bigger? Within 1 year, they promoted him to office assistant, then customer service, then operations support, then supervisor. Today, Emmanuel is a manager in that company. He didn't have a certificate, but he had excellence, attitude, discipline, and value. Guess what? The company later paid for his university education. Now he has a certificate, but a job was there before the certificate because of his attitude, because of the mindset, because of how he approached life. Your certificate is good, but your mindset, attitude, discipline, and your value will take you where certificates cannot take you. So don't prepare only for exams, prepare for life. Don't chase grades, chase growth. Don't rely on the certificate, build competence. Don't wait for opportunities, create them. Don't just aim to survive, aim to stand out. The world is waiting for people who are bold, skilled, valuable, resilient, creative, and prepared. And that can be you. Your future is not in your certificate. Your future is in you. Thank you very much. All right, thank you for listening and for applauding me. I like the way you are combing your hair nicely like this. Oh, no be small.
Hello?
All right, David. So we can do the Q&A if there are any questions that, or any clarifications that will be needed. We do that before I run.
Hi, sir. My name is Michael, and I'm a marketing student. So my question is, since you said that the world doesn't need certificates anymore, then what's the essence of university?
I never said the world doesn't need certificates anymore. I said the certificate is your first step. So yes, you are here to get the first step, but it shouldn't end on the first step. In any case, if I was giving this speech not in a university campus, my language would be very different, because I would now begin to show you people who didn't need certificates to do what they are doing. Then also, there are many people who gained the certificate but are doing things that had nothing to do with the certificate. So we are not saying the certificate is not needed, but it's not the main thing. And I believe that getting or going to the university is very important, because it helps you build discipline. It helps you learn how to learn. And it helps you with meeting people, networking, and stuff like that. So yes, the reason why you are in the university is not just for the certificate. There are more things to it than just the certificate. But it doesn't mean that without a certificate you can't make it. You can. Thank you, sir.
So, are you saying that first class is not that important?
Fact of the matter is that if I'm employing, usually, apart from, if I'm employing two people, one with the first class, one with second class upper. Yes, I would look at the skills and the solution the person is bringing more than just the first class. Yes. Unless the first class also has skills, then yes.
Because the reason why I ask is that I know people who just go to class every day and they study every day because they want a 3-point-something GPA and they have nothing else to do. Like they don't meet people, they don't talk to people at all. It's just study. So I'm like, Charlie, continue.
And those are the people we are addressing here. Thank you very much. So it's not just the study. Network, make friends, know people. Thank you. It doesn't mean you shouldn't learn. No, you see, so that's why, that's life. This, what you are doing here is life. You think that is busy here. You come out there and see that this was a holiday. You would have to balance everything. Balance your studies, balance the skill development, balance making friends, all of that. You come out there and it's worse. Yes.
Thank you very much. Please, if you could...
I'll be grateful if I can have your name. What's the name, please? Michael, yes.
Please, I'm Ebenezer.
Ebenezer, yeah.
Please, my question is, if you could turn back the hands of time to the days when you were in university, what do you think, or what would you have done back then that you wish you could, which would affect your presence now?
I would have been more involved with campus groups in terms of leadership, building, speaking engagements, and then probably not just books, but probably more soft skills, because you need that in business, you need that to work. Those are the things that I would have done more if I had the opportunity again. I'll do more of those things. University, don't just, my brother said one thing to me, he said, don't just pass through the school, let the school pass through you. And if the school is passing through you, then you are getting experience not just in the classroom, but even with the people. Because you will never know who would come out and become the prime minister or the president or whoever. But if you have built a certain network, you can take a phone and call the president, because your mate, and he knows you in a certain way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm Emmanuel, IT student. I would like to add this to your submission. I had an opportunity to be with one of the firms, the oil firms, and what I realized is that I'm studying IT, but I have a privilege to be with the strategy department of that company. And during the course, I realized something, that when they are hiring people, they base on their soft skills, because as we said, education is everywhere and people are having their first degrees and their classes and all those stuff. But what I realized was that the personal relation with our superior or the managers was another factor they were looking through with the intent and also the national service. So this made me be part of one of their, because of the change of government, so there's this new agenda settings in that oil company, and I was privileged to be part of the board, the strategic department with the top officials of that company, and I think they were key on the soft skills, because most people they hide there don't perform on the job, so they look at the soft skills, they pick you, they train you to the standard they want. So we should all be very, very take it very serious. As Chief said, our soft skills and how we network is very, very important. So this is a submission I would like to add up. Thank you.
Thank you. Those kind of things are difficult to learn after you have grown up. It's very difficult to, because you've built a certain lifestyle. You are now coming to change and become more open, more friendly. It's just, it doesn't work easily. But technical stuff, you can be trained. You come to the job and we have to train you how to interview people. We can train you on those things. But how to be nice to people is inherent. If you are nasty, you are nasty. Just have to learn to be nice. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Florence Opukupedie. I would like to ask that if you're mentioning someone like me, what would you want me to focus on first?
I would have to know what your vision is. What are you looking at? And where do you need mentoring? Because mentoring is not general. It is based on what the person wants. So you are approaching a mentor, you are telling him or her what you think they are doing well that you want to learn from. So based on that, then they will start coaching you or directing you on what to do. And they'll be giving you assignments and deliverables to do. So I would have to know, maybe you want to be a lawyer, or you want to be a public speaker, or you want to be a business person. When I know that, then I'll be able to now guide you on what next to look out for. Have you checked this? Have you checked that? Have you checked this? Have you checked that? Yeah. I didn't know Florence was hiding in there.
Okay, yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, madam.
My name is Benedicta, and I want to ask, so if a student is interested in bringing a business idea into being, would you advise her to go for investment through investment pitch or generate income along the line? Which is safer?
Both can work. It depends on your network. It's not, looking for investment is not that easy. You would have to really build a proper pitch. You would have to know the people that you would approach. But I would say that to be safe, start with the people that you know to gather some funds and start it. Once it works, you can now pitch for something bigger. Because if you pitch for something bigger and you get there and you are unable to deliver, we have a problem right there. So to be safe, I would go for local mobilization of funds to try it. Once I try the idea and it works, I can now pitch to a bigger group for investment. That's the question you're asking, right? Or what was the question?
What if the business idea is an idea that you can't start small, but you have to start big?
Then go ahead and do the investment pitch.
Okay.
But you would have to really be sure of what you are throwing out there. And then also in your investment pitch, you also have to be careful who you are pitching to, because yesterday I was with a group of people who were, was it yesterday or the day before, who were telling me how they pitched their business ideas to certain investors, and then they were given very good hopes. Within 6 months, the business had been launched, and they were not part of it. Right? I mean, about 2 or 3 people gave me that story just 2 days ago. So just be careful when you are pitching these things. Just sign your non-disclosure, non-circumvention, all those things before you go ahead and start divulging your information.
Okay, so with this knowledge you've given me, then raising an income is better than, like, trying to get enough money by yourself through the journey of life.
Yes, to at least lock down the patent or something, so that it's not easy for someone to run around you. Do you get me? Yes. That's why I said the first one, because the business world is criminal. It's not fair. Yeah. Anyone else, please, before? Yeah, Mike. Okay.
So what I want to add is that the business you want to run, it doesn't have to be like your dream business doesn't have to be your first business. You can start something like to raise funds or whatever for small businesses until you reach that amount of money that you want to start your dream business with. That's what I want to say.
That's also true. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Please, I wanted to ask that from your presentation, you said that we have to be ambitious and we have to have a can-do mindset. And the question is, what if when you look around you and then you weigh your life and everything going around you, you don't really have much choices, like you don't have that thing. You don't have what is going to help or stimulate you to be able to reach that particular thing you're aiming at. So I'm asking that, how do you go about such a situation? Thank you.
Mindset. Mindset is not built by things that are around you or things that you see. It is a decision. I like I said, my background, there was no reason why I should even have thought about doing business or going on my own, because anybody I spoke with in my family said, you're better off getting a job. At least that one, you know that at the end of the month you get a salary. But this thing that you are hoping that they will pay you, you are hoping that your clients will pay, and sometimes the clients don't pay. It's not something we like to do. It's not something. So I had all of those things around me. But inside, so when it comes to this mindset thing that we are talking about, it's not about what you are seeing. It's about what you have decided and what you are eating. So watch documentaries, read books, listen to podcasts, talk to people who are positive. Surround yourself with voices that will feed the mindset you are trying to build, not one that would eat and kill it. Because there are certain people that you talk to them, the first thing they'll say, oh, that's a foolish idea, it will never work. We are not going to have that conversation again. Me and you won't talk again. Every idea that, people who are doing business, the type of business that we are doing is not the kind of people, you are not the type of people who can do such business. That's it. We are not having that conversation again. So you have to also surround yourself with people who will feed that mindset that you want to develop. Tapes that you are listening to, podcasts you are listening to. There were times that in my car, every time I'm listening to somebody who is feeding me. Because outside of that, I had people who were feeding negativity. So I had to eat. And I ate and I keep eating. Sorry. You get it? Yeah. Your father would tell you that it won't work. My father, my father, at the time that he was 80 years, that was the time he was building his first house that he was struggling to build. Then I told myself that shall not be my story. By the time my father was trying to build his first, I had built my first house. Yes. By 33, I had built my first house. That was the time the old man was trying to build. And we had to now go and support him to build. So if you have that kind of background, do you think that you can rise out of it? I rose out of it. So it's possible. Just determine who speaks into your ears and who feeds your imagination and your plans. I had a friend, he used to just wake up in the morning, sit in his car on Saturdays and drive to East Legon. Drive around for inspiration. He would just be driving around. Now he's built his houses, he's also doing very well. Because it's what you feed yourself that determines where you go. just goes around to, hey, Charlie, this thing I can do it, or this thing is possible. He's just driving around and talking to himself like a madman. Yeah. It becomes your reality. Right. Once again, thank you very much. I'd like to hand over to David.
Thank you. Oh, you can do it better. Thank you so much, Chief. We are grateful. I was expecting more questions, but it's fine. There's supposed to be a second section. I'll tell Evans that I'll give them the options to choose, because giving information is such a difficult thing, and the audience must be willing to take. As you see, as we are business people, every minute counts. So as we've offered to be a blessing to Central, it's not a joke. The next section is supposed to be a breakout into 3 groups, where we're supposed to do about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, give you some tidbits on CVs, what you know about interviews. But I don't know if you want it or not. If you don't want it, that is fine. If you want, we'll do that for you. That's why we came. If you don't want, that is fine. But then we're so happy to encounter you. So do you want or you don't want the next section?
Don't want.
See. Great. So, okay, so you want, no problem, we'll break. But God bless you. So I've worked with my boss for the last 19 years. I've seen him build businesses and do great things. And everything he has said to you, please take it very seriously. You have people sitting right by you. You can't even talk to them. You will be here for 4 years. And all you know are your program mates. Like, seriously, I have seen people who have become politicians, right? Top politicians. So imagine back at school, if you are really free with them, if you are really cool with them. I'm not saying do share, but then you are intentionally networking. You are building some values. There's a gentleman here, one of the guys on our team. One of the reasons why we employed him, first class student, sharp, was not because of what he did in school, but because of the other attributes my boss was talking about. He demonstrated some leadership skills, and we felt we would need this one to solve some solutions, to solve some challenges, some problems in the system. Do you get it? So everything that you have been told, please take it serious and work with it. We believe that in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, when we meet somewhere in life, we'll be happy with you. Is that fine? And your generation is a very dangerous generation. A generation of a lot of distractions. As the presentation was going on, I saw people on TikTok. Yes. So you have so much distractions. So if you are not determined, you may not be able to do exactly what you have purposed to do. I know some of you are so blessed. You come from a very rich family. Your parents will get everything done for you and all that. Money can do all things and all that. But you need more than money to survive in life. Do you get it? Money is very important. But all the things he has said, if you have it plus the money, it helps. So we would break into 3 groups. We'll give you number 1, 2, 3. We may have to turn some of the chairs to face this way. We'll have 3 facilitators to walk us through. They'll give you a brief presentation, and then you ask questions. So we are focusing based on your CV or your resume. And by the time you are through with uni, you should have a resume, you should have a CV. I've seen a lot of people after school and they can't prepare a CV on their own, or what they have prepared is not good enough. And so we don't want that to be your story. We want you to be able to get it right, at least get to know some very important things about your CV and some basic tips you need to know as far as interviews are concerned. I know you might have read and all that, but you have the opportunity to ask us practical questions and we'll be willing to answer them. Is that okay? So, Mike, can you help us? Like, we count 1, 2. Should we do one big session? Okay. And then please, let's do one big session. So those who want to leave, you can leave. Those who want to stay, let's learn something very quickly. Then we'll go.